Which stealth fighter truly dominates the skies? Today we're putting the F-22 and Su-57 head-to-head in the ultimate showdown. I mean, look at these things. They are the most insane, most expensive, most powerful jets ever built by humanity. We're going to break down every single detail, from their insane stealth capabilities to the ridiculous amount of firepower they carry. This is America's apex predator versus Russia's top contender, a clash of titans that decides who owns the air. It's going to be absolutely wild. We're talking about billions of dollars of technology, decades of research, and the pinnacle of military engineering all facing off right here, right now. I've got experts, I've got the stats, and we're going to settle this debate once and for all. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one of these incredible machines would come out on top in a real-life dogfight. This isn't just a comparison, it's a battle for air supremacy, and you have a front row seat. So buckle up, because this is going to be an insane ride. We're diving deep into 7 crazy categories to crown the true king of the skies. It's the F-22 Raptor against the Su-57 Felon, and only one can be the winner. Let's get into it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment which jet you think wins. Alright, first up, design and stealth. This is literally what makes these 5th-generation fighters so deadly. The F-22 Raptor looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. And that's on purpose. Every single angle, every surface is designed to scatter radar waves away from the source. It's coated in this top-secret radar-absorbent material that basically makes it a ghost on enemy screens. Its radar cross-section is rumored to be the size of a marble. A marble? That's insane. The engines are buried deep inside the fuselage and have special thrust vectoring nozzles that are flattened to reduce its heat signature from below. It's designed for one thing, to be completely invisible. Now let's look at the Su-57 Felon. Russia took a slightly different approach. They didn't go for the all-out, no-compromise stealth of the F-22. Instead, they focused on what's called frontal stealth. This means it's incredibly hard to detect from the front, which is what matters most in a head-on engagement. You can see its engines are more exposed than the F-22S, which could give it a bigger heat signature, but it has some crazy tricks up its sleeve, like radar blockers in the engine intakes and special shaping on the wings and fuselage. They balanced pure stealth with other things like maneuverability, which we'll get to later. It's a different philosophy, not to be a perfect ghost, but to be stealthy enough to get the first shot. Okay, let's talk about something everyone loves, pure speed and crazy moves. Which one of these jets can outrun and outturn the other? The F-22 Raptor is a beast. It can supercruise, which is a fancy way of saying it can fly faster than the speed of sound, Mach 1.8 to be exact, without using its afterburners. This is a huge advantage. It means it can get to the fight faster and stay supersonic for longer without chugging fuel like crazy. When it does light the fires, it can push past Mach 2.2. And its maneuverability? It has 2D thrust vectoring, meaning its engine nozzles can move up and down, allowing it to make incredibly tight turns and pull off moves that would rip other planes apart. But hold on, because the Su-57 is an absolute monster in this category. This is where the Russians went all in. The Felon is also capable of supercruise, hitting around Mach 1.6, and with afterburners it can reach a blistering Mach 2. But its secret weapon is 3D thrust vectoring. Its engine nozzles can move up, down, left, and right. This gives it superhuman agility. The Su-57 can perform mind-bending post-stall maneuvers like the famous Pugachev's Cobra, where it practically stands still in the air. In a close-range visual dogfight, what pilots call a merge, the Su-57's insane maneuverability could give it a serious edge, allowing it to point its nose and weapons at the F-22 in ways no other plane can. A fighter jet is nothing without its brain, and this is where billions of dollars in development really show. The F-22's avionics are legendary. It's built around its AN/APG-77 AESA radar, which is one of the most powerful and sophisticated radars ever put on a fighter. It can track dozens of targets from over 150 miles away, without the enemy even knowing they're being watched. But here's the crazy part. It can also act as a powerful electronic warfare weapon, jamming enemy radars and communications. The Raptor is also a sensor fusion master. It takes data from its radar, infrared sensors, and a network of other friendly assets, and combines it all into one simple, easy-to-read display for the pilot. The pilot doesn't just see dots on a screen, they see a complete picture of the entire battlefield. The Su-57 counters with its own incredible tech. It features the N036 Bielka ESA radar system, but with a twist. It doesn't just have one main radar in the nose, it has smaller side-facing X-band radars in its cheeks, and L-band radars in the wings. This gives the pilot a 360-degree view around the aircraft. The L-band radars are particularly interesting because they are better at detecting stealth aircraft, theoretically giving the Su-57 a way to spot the F-22. It also has an advanced infrared search and track system, the 101 KSV, which can scan for the heat signatures of enemy aircraft without giving away its own position by using its radar. It's a different approach to situational awareness, designed to counter the F-22's extreme stealth. So you're stealthy, you're fast, you're smart, but can you fight? Let's open up the weapon bays. The F-22 Raptor is all about that first shot, first kill motto, and it carries its weapons internally to stay stealthy. In its main bay, it can carry 6 AIM-120 AMRAAM air-to-air missiles, which are advanced beyond visual range missiles. For close-in fights, it has 2 side bays, each with a single AIM-9 Sidewinder heat-seeking missile. And if all else fails, it has a 20mm M61 Vulcan cannon hidden behind a door. It can also be configured to carry bombs for ground attack, but its primary role is air dominance. The entire strategy is to use its stealth and advanced radar to shoot down enemies before they even know it's there. The Su-57, once again, brings massive firepower to the table. It has 2 huge main weapons bays that can carry a wider variety of missiles, including the long-range R-37M, which has a ridiculous range of over 200 miles. That's honestly one of the longest-range air-to-air missiles in the world. It also has 2 smaller side bays for short-range missiles. In total, its payload is believed to be larger and more flexible than the F-22ES, able to carry bigger air-to-ground and anti-ship missiles internally. The Felon also has a 30mm cannon that fires faster and has more punch than the F-22's Vulcan. The Su-57 is designed not just as an air superiority fighter, but as a multi-role killing machine from the get-go. In a real war, it doesn't matter how good your jet is if it runs out of gas before it reaches the battle. Combat range and endurance are absolutely critical. The F-22 Raptor has an impressive combat radius of about 530 miles on internal fuel. This means it can fly out, fight, and fly back without needing a tanker. For longer missions, it can carry 2 massive external fuel tanks under its wings, extending its ferry range to over 1,800 miles. The catch? Carrying those tanks ruins its stealth profile. So the strategy is to fly with the tanks on, get close to enemy territory, drop the tanks, and then go into full stealth mode for the actual mission. It's a trade-off between range and invisibility. The Su-57 was designed with Russia's vast territory in mind, so range was a huge priority. On internal fuel alone, it boasts a combat range that is reportedly longer than the F-22ES, with some estimates putting it over 900 miles. That's a massive difference. It can patrol huge areas of airspace or penetrate deep into enemy territory without needing to refuel. Like the F-22, it can also carry external fuel tanks to push its ferry range to an incredible 2,500 miles. The ability to stay in the air longer and fly farther without support gives the Su-57 a significant strategic advantage, allowing it to project power over much greater distances and stay on station for longer periods during a mission. All these stats and theories are great, but what happens when the jets actually see action? This is where the F-22 has a massive, undeniable advantage. The Raptor has been in service for years and has seen real-world operational use. Its first combat deployment was in 2014 during operations against ISIS in Syria and Iraq. While it didn't engage in air-to-air combat, it acted as the quarterback of the sky. It used its powerful sensors to gather intelligence, protect other, less stealthy aircraft, and precisely drop bombs on high-value targets. It has also been used to intercept Russian bombers near U.S. airspace. This real-world experience is invaluable. The pilots, the ground crews, and the entire system have been tested and refined under the pressures of actual missions. The Su-57's story is very different. It's a much newer jet, and its production has been slow. Russia claims to have deployed prototypes to Syria for combat testing on a couple of occasions. They even released footage of it allegedly firing a cruise missile. However, the exact nature and extent of these deployments are highly debated. It's unclear if they faced any real threats or if it was more of a marketing and testing exercise. It has not been used in a sustained combat role like the F-22. So while the Su-57 has incredible potential on paper, it lacks the proven track record and the years of operational data that make the F-22 a known, battle-hardened quantity. Finally, let's talk about the one thing that can ground any fighter jet, the price tag. The F-22 Raptor is one of the most expensive fighter jets ever created. Because production was cut short, the program cost, when spread across the 187 operational jets that were built, comes out to a mind-blowing price of over $300 million per plane. And by law, it's illegal for the US to export the F-22 to any other country. This makes it an exclusive top-tier asset available only to the US Air Force. Its impact is immense. It guarantees American air superiority and forces rivals like Russia and China to spend billions trying to develop something that can counter it. It literally changed the game. The Su-57 was designed to be a more affordable counter to the F-22. While exact figures are hard to pin down, each Su-57 is estimated to cost around $40 to $50 million, which is a fraction of the F-22's cost. This lower price point is a massive part of its strategy. Russia plans to build hundreds of them for its own air force, and also export them to other countries. An export version, the Su-57E, has already been marketed to nations like India and Turkey. If Russia can produce and sell these jets in large numbers, it could have a huge global impact, giving many more countries access to fifth-generation fighter technology and challenging the F-22's dominance on a global scale, not just in a one-on-one fight. So after 7 insane rounds, who is the ultimate winner? The F-22 Raptor is the undisputed champion of stealth, has battle-proven technology, and has been the apex predator for over a decade. Its combination of invisibility, sensor fusion, and supercruise makes it the ultimate ghost, built to dominate from beyond visual range. It's a proven, deadly, and almost mythical machine that has set the standard for air power in the 21st century. It's the safe bet, the known champion. But the Su-57 is the wild card, the challenger with unbelievable potential. It trades some of the F-22's pure stealth for god-tier maneuverability, a massive weapons payload, and incredible range. Its unique multi-radar system and focus on affordability mean it could change the global balance of power if produced and exported in large numbers. In a close-range dogfight, its 3D thrust vectoring could be a game-changer, and its long-range missiles pose a serious threat. It's the underdog with a serious bite. Ultimately, the winner depends on the scenario. In a head-on, beyond visual range fight, the F-22's superior stealth likely gives it the win. In a chaotic, close-range knife fight, the Su-57's maneuverability could turn the tables. But now I want to know what you think. Who do you think wins this epic battle? Drop your pick in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more insane comparisons on Wanted.